Hey everyone, welcome to this channel. If you are preparing for a business analyst interview at Flipkart, this video is going to be super useful. Today I am going to give an introduction on case study part in a business analyst or data analyst interview. So basically business analyst or data analyst role in Flipkart is a requirement of people having 1 to 3 years of experience. So basically they are quite new to interview world, and case study you can say is a very unique kind of thing that comes up in this domain. So let's start with this, and first we will understand that what is a case study in an interview. This is basically you are given a real world business problem, sometimes hypothetical, sometimes based on your company, and they ask you to diagnose the situation, identify problems or opportunities, and propose a strategy or solution. Lastly, they want you to justify your recommendations and reasoning or metrics. So, it is broadly an evaluation based on your approach, logical thinking, business sense, and creativity. So, now I am going you to walk through a realistic case study interview, exactly the kind of question you might get, and I will show you how to structure your answer. So, what the interviewer is really looking for, and the kind of follow up questions you should expect. Let's get started. Imagine you are a business analyst at Flipkart working with the product and growth team. Last quarter, you noticed that the conversion rate on the mobile app has dropped. It used to be 3.2% and now it is down to 2.6%. I will repeat, it was earlier 3.2% and now it has reduced to 2.6%. Your task is to figure out why this happened and how you would investigate and fix it. Now, step one, we got the problem statement. So, whenever you get a case like this, don't jump to conclusions. Start by asking clarifying questions. So, you might ask your interviewer that is the drop across platform or just a few categories? Or is the drop across all geographies or any specific reason? Is there any space? Is the drop is specific to mobile or we are seeing it on desktop site as well? Where there was any changes in the UI, or you can say pricing or promotions recently. So these would be the basic questions that you are supposed to ask from your interviewer to clarify on the business case that you have got. Now the interviewer might reply that the drop is only on mobile, mostly in the fashion category, and yes, there was a UI update 2 weeks ago. Now here is a disclaimer. There can be multiple possibilities in terms of what reply we get from our interviewer. For example, they can say there was a campaign ran by us, or they can mention some specific reason only, which will require definitely different approach. I will make separate videos on these cases. Now let's get back to our case solution. Step 2 would be to identify possible causes for this scenario. At this stage, organize your thoughts. Interviewers love structure. So break your answer into 4 buckets. It would be traffic, product page view, pricing, and checkout. Now, for each category, we have to mention the possible causes and the matrix we are going to use to quantify it in terms of impact. So, for traffic, the possible causes would be drop in quality or intent of users. Matrix would be click through rate or bounce rate. In terms of product page view, the possible causes can be new UI, confusion, or slowing in the terms of loading of page. And matrix can be add to cart rate. Thirdly, for pricing, the examples can be for in terms of cause can be loss of discount or poor pricing strategy in terms of competitor or anyone, and the matrix can be average selling price or if possible the competitor data. Lastly, for checkout, the causes can be payment or login issue, and the matrix can be drop off rate at each step. So what happens in any kind of, you can say, e-commerce platform or even quick commerce platform, while we are placing one order, there can be different steps. Like for example, we will have the product page view, then we will make the product into our cart, and then we will go for the, you can say, final bill summary or uh, payment page, and then finally we will get the order to be placed. So these all the steps that I have mentioned right now acts like a funnel, like people coming from step 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, and wherever, you can say, the like impact is happening, like to quantify where is the main issue, we need to calculate the conversion between the last step and second last step. In terms of, like for example, if I'm saying, if a person is going to check out, we should understand how many people have made the thing to cart, and then how many transferred to checkout page. This will give me a conversion, or you can say how many got converted from add to cart to checkout page. Here our step 3 would be to outline our analytical approach. Once we have listed the causes, let's talk how we would investigate it. So possible, you can say, processes or analysis can be cohort analysis, like comparing users before and after the UI change. It's a very common analysis. Second can be funnel analysis, like I have mentioned previously. Check where exactly users are dropping, like product page view to add to cart to payment, sorry, to checkout to payment. Then there can be A/B testing, like testing our old versus new layout. Then we can go for the segmentation, like breaking the data by category, device, user type, and geography. Then lastly, we can go for pricing impact, like looking at historical discount structure or average selling price, and always focus on like the logical analysis, not like random guessing or something. Now, finally, we have to translate our finding into insights. So, we will talk about what actions we would take depending on our finding. So, firstly, if bounce rate increases, maybe UI or load time is causing friction. Secondly, if add to cart has dropped, maybe users can't find the button easily. And thirdly, if fashion only dropped, maybe product images or size guides aren't like working properly. Because there was a change in the UI, these can be the possibilities, like what user is finding, like you can say, tough in terms of pre and post. So always end your answers with actionable next steps. That is what separates an analyst from a data operator. Now, once we have done with the case, let's talk about the Flipkart means evaluation, like what Flipkart is really testing while giving you this kind of exercise. So first would be the problem structuring, like are you able to organize the things in a logical manner? Second would be analytical thinking. Do you use data framework like funnel and cohort? Thirdly would be data orientation. Are you comfortable with matrix and KPIs? Fourth would be communication. Can you explain the insights clearly? And lastly, business sense. Do you connect the data to real customer behavior? So, what would be the final takeaways? So, a good case study answer is not about fancy analysis, it's about clarity, structure, and business impact. So, next time you are in a Flipkart or any business analyst interview, clarify the problem, structure your causes, back it with data logic, and then finally end with an actionable insight. That's a formula to crack it. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit like and subscribe. I will be sharing more real interview case breakdowns from companies like Amazon, Swiggy, and Meesho next time. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.